Once in a while, key power spots have Qiaodan shoe trials like today, where you can take the shoe for a run and return it. I did that today after my 16k tempo run at 4:06 pace. This will be my very first time trying a shoe from a Chinese brand. I've heard pretty positive things about Qiaodan, so I was curious and decided to give this a go. This video is not a review, as I'm literally only running in it once, which means the shoe may or may not feel different if it needs to break in. So the shoe trial goes like this. After changing our shoes at key power spots, we went up to the track to do a workout, with a warm-up routine as well. Okay, by the way, this video is not a review, it's just first impressions, my first run in them. Oh, there they are, they're doing a workout now.
You need to get your shoes, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Finish your run already,
How you know? 16k.
You only look lucky.
Conducted by the coach from Tribal Triathlon.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! Group 2!
The workout was a 4x2 laps around Singapore Sports Hub, and each lap was 888 meters long, so not a nice distance. We can join whichever group we wanted based on speed. I joined the 430 group because that should be easy enough, but they were going more like 345 pace. Oh my, the group is getting faster! And after my 16k, my legs were fried and I skipped a few laps. Bye bye! But anyway, that was enough for me to get a feel for the shoe. I tried landing on my heel on purpose to find out what the foam feels like at the heel. It was pleasantly good and exactly what you expect when you see this footage. It's nice and soft and it has a good sink in. Unfortunately, the softest doesn't go all the way to the forefoot, unlike what the foam feels like. You can easily press the foam with your hand, but when I ran, it did not feel this soft in the forefoot at all. In fact, I found the forefoot ride quite hard. Actually, the back is quite bouncy, but the front of the shoe, it feels very shallow. Not much cushion in the front. Perhaps maybe there's not enough foam in the forefoot, being only 27 mm high. I also felt the rocker, which is the angle at the front of the shoe, extremely steep, and the area where you toe off does not have much foam at all. So it makes it feel like the forefoot has even less stack than 27 mm. It needs more foam in the front of the shoe. Even as a daily trainer, I will still look for something with higher stack height. For example, I still think the Saucony Kinvara Pro is the best because it's the same heel stack height as the legendary Adidas Prime Strung X2. But the Kinvara Pro does not cost $300 like that shoe. Anyway, my first impressions of this shoe. The foam is actually pretty hard. It's not soft at all. Yeah, the foam might feel soft to the touch, but I don't know why. When I run, it just feels hard. And do I feel the pop of like normal carbon shoes? But running around 340, 345 pace feels okay. But I didn't feel like it's very responsive, and it didn't have the pop for me. I just ran 16k in my Saucony Endorphin Elite once, and that shoe felt a little bit more stable as well. And that shoe was really responsive. You could feel the pop in that. Very subjective, but that's what I feel. And also one more thing, the front of the shoe is surprisingly slippery. So overall, for this Qiaodan PB5s, I wouldn't spend the money on this shoe at all, even if it's super cheap. I'm not gonna run in them simply because higher stack height shoes exist, but it does make me curious about trying their other high stack height shoe, the Qiaodan Plate 1.5. But since I have two Endorphin Elites, I don't really need another racing shoe yet, but if I can find one on sale or even used, I'm curious to try it and maybe make a video about it, because many people say it's an alpha fly killer. Okay, it's time to run home. It's gonna be around 4k back home, making today around 28k in total. Wow, so long. So I've just returned the Qiaodan shoes and switched back to my Endorphin Elites. So conclusions for the Qiaodan: the front of the shoe needs to have a little bit more stack height in order to feel a little bit more comfortable. Otherwise, the foam bottoms out and it feels kind of hard, honestly. So that's just my own observations for the Qiaodan EB 5.0. And keep in mind, it's directly coming from wearing the Saucony Endorphin Elite, which is known to be quite a responsive shoe already. So take this initial impression with a grain of salt, and also watch other reviews on YouTube as well to get a fuller picture before you consider purchasing the shoe. So I'm now 26 days left to my half Ironman. Catch you in the next video.